friend. Thank you for the heart me. You feeling better? Thank you for the heart me. Thank you for the heart me. I'm bad. I'm over here trying to write something up. Okay, let me see. What's up, friends? Hey, Marie. Thank you for the heart me. Hey, friend. I'm here getting my lemonade ready for tonight. Not your lemonade. I love me some lemonade. Got me over here wanting a taco salad. I'm good, just some pain. That's all. Okay, friend. Well, I hope you feel better. Your message is getting lost in this dang. Welcome in. It's getting lost in the shares. I don't know why it does that. What up, friend? How was everybody's day? How was everyone's day? What y'all got going? What's up, friends? I wrote some stuff down today. I said I don't want to go over what I wrote. That's what I was over here finishing up typing. Sleeping all day. That's good. Ain't nothing wrong with getting some sleep. I need to give me some. I'm still running on fumes over here. Still running on fumes. I'll be alright though. Mine has been not on, friend. Well, I hope you get better. Whatever's going on. I'm good. I'm just a little tired. I'm back to my old habits, friend. Going off for 3-4 hours of sleep for days at a time. But I have to finish this song because I'm tired of hearing the friend's mouth. I don't want to hear y'all mouth no more. So now I can give me some sleep. I'm good though. Over here thinking about what I want to eat. I wanted to eat something before I came on, but I said no, because if I eat something, I'm going to get the itis. You know how it be when you're tired and hungry? That's not a good combo. That's going to give you triple itis. So I said, I'll wait. I'll figure out what I want. I kind of want some damn chicken, but then everybody been talking about tacos. So I don't know if I want tacos or if I want some chicken. I don't know which one I want. Welcome in, welcome in. Y'all tap that screen. Wake up. Wake up, friends. I gotta quit. Y'all quiet today. What's going on? Y'all too quiet for me. What's up? Y'all feeling nice? Y'all too quiet for me. Coming, okay. I don't know what I want. I kind of want me some damn chicken. I think that's what I'm gonna order. Welcome in, welcome in. This weather is crazy. I have to turn on the air today. It's been cold. Today is 87 degrees. I have to turn on the AC today. It was 80 degrees in the house. I said, damn. Welcome in. I would not have lived. Really? I don't like the cold, so it's all right for me, but I don't like the cold. The only thing I like about the cold is my neck bones and my greens, and that is hoodie season because I love me a hoodie. Other than that, I don't like the cold, friend. I love the sun. So when I figured out it was 80 some degrees, I was outside. I went walking. I walked to the stove and everything. So I'm gonna go enjoy this sun while it's here. Cause once it's gone, we gotta wait some months for it to come back. Yeah, I hate the cold. Y'all gotta order me something to eat, y'all. They said we may see snow in 5 days. I don't know. See, I just want to go and visit a state that has snow, but I couldn't live in a state that has snow. I think snow is so beautiful, but that's because I'm in Texas and we don't get it. Well, I wouldn't be able to live in it. Especially the people that really, really get it. When you gotta, use the stuff to, clean your, get the snow off your, what is it, your driveway, off your car. Ain't nobody got time for that. I don't even like when we get our little ice moments. You know, when we get ice down here, friend, they shut the whole city down. So you know we wouldn't be able to make it down here with no snow. They'll shut the whole city down for that. Means you can sleep in? Yeah. It's not cool. I only get to see it on TV. We got snow one time, some years ago, but it wasn't enough for me to call it snow. I really say it was just a lot of ice. You know, I didn't really get the snow effect. That was years ago when my youngest was, I don't know, about 7 or 8. He 18 now, so it's been a long time. Welcome in, y'all. We all running on fumes today, huh? I know I am. I'm running on fumes. Yep. I'm in the other city, you know, that's not Houston, not Dallas, the other one. That's where I'm at. That's where I'm at. What up, Peasky? What up, friend? Where you been, man? I hope you've been over there, you know, busy on your YT channel or something, because I ain't been seeing you. Where you been? What you got going on, man? Where you been? You good? All right. Well, good to see you. Thank you for the heart, me. Welcome in, everybody. Welcome in. So right now we're just building a room up. If you guys could please tap the screen and share out the live. Today is Breakthrough Wednesday. Every Wednesday, 5 p.m. Central Standard Time, myself and some of the friends from the Friends Den community, created by yours truly. We get together and we talk about certain topics. All right. We open up boxes for you guys to come up in the box and speak about whatever the topics are. So if you're stuck, you're stagnant, you're not sure which route to take in life, that's what we're here for. All right. Today we are talking about excuses. Growth starts when excuses end. All right. So growth starts when excuses end. So let's build the room up. And once the room gets built up, you guys, we'll go ahead and get started. All right. I appreciate you guys coming in. Thank you for the taps. Tap, 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 tap it up. Yours truly. You already know, friend. Littlest thing walking. Biggest pressure. You know how I go. Welcome in. Thank you for the taps. Hello. Welcome in, Basri. Welcome. We haven't made it to the morning yet, friend. We still on Wednesday. You on Thursday already. You know, we behind y'all. You know. We still in hump day over here. Welcome in. Hope you had a good day. Let's tap that screen, friends. Tap it up. Please share out the live. My squad, we'll be out on shares. Talk to me. I can't see nothing over here. I don't know why it won't show me the shares. Where we at? 122. Damn. All right, friends. My bad. My bad. Y'all on y'all stuff today. My bad. I'm a real one. I can apologize. Let me let off the gas just a little bit. Tap it up, friends. Let's go. Tap it up. Breakthrough Wednesday. Growth starts when excuses end. Let's talk about it. I made me some notes. Y'all know I usually get up here and I go off the dome, but I really had a lot of things that came to me, so I wrote them all down. So once we get the room built up, I'm gonna go through what I have. All right. If there's anybody in the building that would like to come up, you are more than welcome to do so. Once we get the room built up, we'll go over what I have, and then you guys can do whatever you need to do in the boxes. Thank you for the shares. Belinda, you got your stuff ready, friend? What you said you wanted to speak about? You got all that together for today? What you got going? What I missed? This world is going crazy. What I missed? What happened? Y'all know I don't watch TV. So I don't know. I don't watch TV. I be too busy to watch TV. So I only find out through y'all what be going on. I be over here in my own world, man, for real. I be in my own world. Why you say you're not going to know? What is you talking about, Belinda? You don't have it? I'm watching Gaza and it's not there. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I know. I be so focused on me, I don't be knowing what be going on half the time. I just focus on what I do have control of. That's what my mind be every day, all day. If I ain't got control over it, I ain't worried about it. You know what I'm saying? If I can't maneuver the way I want to be able to maneuver through it, I ain't gonna mess with it. That's just how I go. Okay, we're at 3.7K likes. Appreciate the taps. That's the best way to go, less pressure. Oh, yeah. No, I don't mind no pressure, though. I have to deal with pressure all my life. That's why I don't ball none right now. Ain't nothing wrong with pressure. You mean? Pressure cool. You just gotta know how to deal with it when you under it. You know? It's all about your perception. You know me. You got your perception, you got your perspective. It's all about your perception. So I feel what you're saying about it's less pressure, but pressure is what builds something. That's why I'm pressure. You understand? Don't run away from the pressure, friend. It make you somebody. Thank you for the heart, me. I love Mexico. I am moving to Mexico. You moving to Mexico? Come get me, friend. Come get me. Or I gotta wait till all my kids get out the house first. I got too many kids. You know, somebody told me I got too many kids, nobody will want me. I said, well, I'll be damned. I'm glad I worked on myself to where I didn't believe that. You understand? Can you come get me? Huh? Come pick me up. I want to go. Y'all know, I be telling y'all, growth is amazing, friends. When you really work on yourself, for real, and people say stuff like that to you, it is hilarious, you know. I laugh at a lot of things in life. When people say certain things, I just go, pick up the pen and pad and write a bad song about it because people are trip. They want you to believe what they believe. And that's a lot of people's belief system is all jacked up. And you can't get me with that. Thank you, friend. I have many kids, still got some ballparks. Oh, you do? I'm just saying. Hey! Slamming stuff. These kids, boy. All right, we have 4.2K likes. Thank you for the gifts, friend. Welcome in, everybody. Breakthrough Wednesday. Growth starts when excuses end. That's what we're talking about today. Tap on that screen, friends. Let's get started. Thank you for the taps. Run it up. Woo wee, share it out. Where we at on the shares, friends? It ain't showing me nothing. Where we at? $232. Okay. Is it 232 or 282? Who can't see? Is it Marie or is it Peasky? Which one of my friends can't see, man? Let me know. Peasky. Act like you got some sense, man. Come on, man. You know how I move. Your phone messed up. Is it the phone or was it you? Which one is it? Hey! Hey! Never mind. I got it. All right. Woo. What up, friend? Welcome in. We have 6K taps, friends. We almost there. Almost there. I'm gonna charge my other phone up. Matter of fact, let me see. Let me come over here. Hey, Diamond. What up, friend? How was your day? You good? Good to see you. It was good. How was your day? Okay, I'm glad you had a good day. My day was good, busy. I'm over here running on fumes. I need some sleep is what I need. But I had a good day. All's well. Y'all know I'm always up to something over here. Y'all know me. Just because I ain't, on the scene don't mean I ain't making something happen behind the scene. Y'all know how I move. Y'all know. Busy. I'm good though. I'm good. Thank you for asking. Appreciate the taps. Okay, here we go. Damn it. All right. Let me go over here. Here we go. All right, we at what? Oh, there y'all go. There y'all go. Welcome in, everybody. Welcome. What up, blood? What's poppin'? What up, friend? What up, Vic? Welcome in, y'all. Welcome. Happy Wednesday. I hope everybody had a good day. Hope y'all had a good day. Today is Breakthrough Wednesday. Every Wednesday, 5 p.m. Central Standard Time, myself and some of the friends from the Friends Den gets together and we talk about specific topics, all right? You guys get in the box. If it's something you're struggling with, you get in the box, you talk about it, and we figure out how you can become unstuck, all right? Then I'll go over some things that I wrote down so you can take some takeaways and get your mind together so you can figure out how to get past whatever it is you're struggling with over there. So welcome in, you guys. I hope you had a great day. Thank you for the heart meet. What up, Vic? You still over there slanging them things? You still slanging them things over there? I see you. Welcome. You reached level 13. All right. Run it up on them boys. Run it up on them, friend. All right, we at 10K. Thank y'all for the taps. Please continue to tap the screen. You struggling with your gallery. Well, look, I'm going to tell you something. What I can, with the gallery, the first thing, as I see you going live mode, but you got to go live and you got to build your community. Those are the two things, you know what I'm saying? Of course, you can get randoms to throw you gifts, but if you want your gallery to be lit, you got to get you a community, you know what I'm talking about? Get your community and they'll help you get it together. I got one. You know what I'm saying? They look out for me, I look out for them. So that's all it be. You just gotta figure out a plan and put it in motion. That's it. Hello, Randy. Welcome in. Thank you guys for the taps. You guys go ahead and can come up in the box. Today is Breakthrough Wednesday. Once again, topic is growth starts when excuses end. That's what we're talking about today. I got my notes ready. I hope you got your pen and pad ready. I hope you got your mind ready. All right. Those of you that don't know me real quick, I do see some people in the building that haven't been here before. So welcome in. I'm Quindra. All right. Artist, songwriter, speaker, visionary. I'm a lot all in one. All right. I get up here to talk about my life story, how I overcame all the things that I've been through, gone through, and how I can help you do the same. All right. So welcome in. This is the Friends Den. Over here, we spell friend, F-R-E-N-S. Freely reciprocate energy nonstop. I'm here to show the people what reciprocity look like. I'm here to show the people what it look like when you really build something, what you can get out of it, as long as the intent is pure. So welcome in to the Friends Den. All right. It's a movement over here. I don't just hit the button to hit the button. All right. So welcome in. Y'all go ahead and hit the button and come up on the box. Don't make me have to chase you down by your collar. You know who I'm talking to. Don't make me have to grab you by your collar to pull you up in the box. You know what I mean? I should see something down there on my bottom of my screen popping up. I don't know what's wrong with y'all. Get it together, friends. They be cutting up, Vic. I don't know what I'm going to do with them. I don't know what I'm going to do with them. At all. Okay. Did I set that right? Yeah. All right. I got that going. See, Vic, look. You see what I got to deal with? You at work? You always at work. I love it. Thank you for sliding in on me, friend. I appreciate you. I'll be here a little minute. I'll be here a minute. You being mean. I'm not mean. Don't do that. We have some new people in the building. Don't tell lies. You know, this is the truthful side of town. The truthful side of TikTok. I'm not mean. I just don't tolerate no mess. There's a difference. Let's make sure that we say it correctly. You understand me? I ain't mean. I'm one of the sweetest people you can ever come across. I'm just real. I'm authentic. I'm going to start saying that because everybody misconstruing real. I am authentic. You know, it hit different. That's it. She nice. Tell her, Diamond. Don't listen to her. Don't listen to her. She telling fibs. Telling fibs. All right, so let me see. I'm going to go ahead and go over some things that I've jotted down. All right, I'll go through them and then we'll discuss. If y'all have any questions in between, just let me know. All right, you guys go ahead and hit the button and come up in the box. She's a sweetheart. Well, thank you. You hear me? Yeah, people be lying on me. I don't know what. Don't get me started today. All right. All right, so here we go. I'm going to go through my list. So excuses are fear, is a fear in disguise. Hold on. Hold on, y'all. I made some more notes. All right. So excuses are fear in disguise. Fear hides behind logic. All right. I'll wait until I'm ready really means I'm scared to start. Letting fear run your life keeps you small. Courage isn't fearless. It's moving anyway. All right. What fear have you been calling timing or strategy just to avoid action? Huh? Again, what fear have you been calling timing or strategy just to avoid action? That's a deep reflective question. The reason why that's a deep question is because many times we'll say it's not the right time. Many times we'll say we're trying to come up with a plan. And those two things alone can go months and months and months and months. And by the time you look up, a year be done passed, 2 years passed, 3 years passed, right? So I need you to really reflect on that question and figure out, what are you calling timing and strategy? Those are your excuses. We got to get rid of those excuses. What can we do to put that into action? That's the question. So if you're saying something is timing or strategy and it's really not, then we got to check ourselves on that. Now, of course, sometimes we're not able to do certain things, whether it's because we don't have the money to do it, we don't have the resources to do it, right? However, if it's outside of that and you have everything else you need, you're the reason for the holdup. All right, so we got to make sure that we really analyze that before we say that it's timing or strategy, because most of the time that's not what it is. Hey, Tasha, what up, friend? What up, what up? Today's Breakthrough Wednesday. Today's topic is growth starts when excuses end. So I'm just going down my list and discussing some things with everybody. So you guys chime in, put in the chat if you have any questions or if it helps you recognize something within yourself today, because that's the whole purpose. All right. Next thing, What I want you to do is I want you to write every delayed goal and the fear attached to it. Because sometimes we act like it's not a fear when it ultimately is a fear. And we just really got to face the truth, right? Because that's the only way we can move past the stagnancy. We got to face the truth and say, okay, I really am fearful for whatever the reason may be, right? So I want you to write down every delayed goal and the fear that is attached to it. All right. And the way I want to tell you to flip your mindset on that, and this is one of the things that what I do in life every single day, awareness breaks avoidance. All right. If you're aware, then you good. I'm very aware. That's why I move the way I move. Remember, awareness breaks avoidance. All right. Now, second thing, I just started working out constantly. I'm pushing for 30 days. Okay. That's a great goal. Great goal. So make sure you continue to do that, right? And when you have your moments of not feeling like doing it, that's when you got to discipline yourself. That's one of the most important things, too, when it comes to goals and trying to get ourselves out of stagnant places in our life. We have to be disciplined. I'm very disciplined. No matter what I do, I'm very disciplined. Discipline and focus go hand in hand. All right? If you don't have discipline, you can't focus. And if you can't focus, if you don't have discipline, y'all know I'm deep over here. You got to be careful with me. Once again, you can't have discipline if you don't have focus, and you can't focus if you're not disciplined. Overstand it. All right. Number 2, procrastination is a subtle excuse. You'll say you'll do it later. And the way I like to think of that is it's like a self-betrayal in disguise. Because you'll tell yourself you'll do it later, and later is days and days and days and days and days before you know it. So we got to watch, I'll do it later. Why are we not doing it now? Let's make sure we check ourselves on that. Waiting for the perfect moment is a trap because it rarely comes, right? Think about those times when you said you're going to wait till the time is right, and then the time never was right, and you ended up having to do it anyway, right? So let's make sure that we're not waiting on the perfect moment. We're making sure that we take advantage of the moment, all right? When you have the ability to do it, get it done. Growth comes from micro moves, not perfect launches, right? So sometimes we want to do things all at once. Sometimes we want to get everything done at once. And if we can't get it all done at once, we don't want to do it. That's problematic. It's not about getting it all done. It's about doing the steps to get there to have it done. So I don't care how micro, how minute, or whatever type of baby steps you take. As long as you're taking steps, that's the most important. All right. Let's make sure we begin to take the steps. We ain't got to knock it all out at one time. We just need to start to knock it out. All right. My question that I have for y'all on that note, when it comes to procrastination, what are you keeping in the works with no movement? What I mean by that, what ideas do you have over there that you've been sitting on for months and years? What business plan do you have over there that you've been sitting on for months and years? What are we doing with those? Are we just sitting on them? Why are we sitting on them? You know, a lot of people say it's because of fear of failure. However, most of the time, you be fearful of the success. You can't be fearful of either. The only way I was able to get to this point is I had to release all fears. I don't fear nothing. And I love to give this example because y'all know I'm deep on a whole nother level. And it's all about your perception, right? Perception is your foundation. Perspective is the way you see it. If your perception not on point, your perspective not on point, all right? So the way I like to say it is I don't fear nothing. I don't even fear God. And you know, everyone says fear no man, but fear no one but God. That's not true. See, I don't fear the Lord because I know how he maneuvers, right? I know he's going to do what is necessary for me to be okay. However, I have to do the groundwork for me to be okay. And I know just as he's forgiven, he also has a wrath. So if I know that's how he maneuvers in life, right? If I know that's how the Lord works, why would I be fearful of that as long as I'm doing what I'm supposed to do? So I don't fear nothing, not even the man upstairs. Perception, perspective. All right? So what are you keeping in the works with no movement? What are we going to do so we can begin to get it moving? I was just looking at a video about that. I love it. Confirmation be coming through when I get up here and hit the button. I love it. Do something with it, friend. So what I want y'all to do on that note, take one small step towards that goal and write that down. All right? I need you to take 15 minutes out for whatever that goal is. Business plan, ideas you've been sitting on. What are you going to do to begin to bring that into fruition? I need you to take 15 minutes out of your day every day. 15 minutes is not a lot of time. We can get up on this app and hang with people. We can take 15 minutes out to ourselves to handle business so we can get to where we want to be in life. That's a small step. Remember I said it's not about how big the step is as long as you're making the steps. All right? 15 minutes, you need to discipline yourself to put that time in so you can begin to make those things come into fruition. I wrote some stuff in my notes earlier I'm going to start doing. Okay. I love it. I love it. Continue to write things down and make sure you do something with what you write down. All right? Make you a checklist. Checklists are amazing. Make a checklist of all the things you know you need to handle that you haven't handled and do it bit by bit. All right? Don't try to knock everything out all at once. It's all about getting it done correctly. It's all about getting it done to where you're enjoying it. And sometimes you may not enjoy it. But the more you do it, the more disciplined you become. There's a lot of things that I don't be feeling like doing. However, I'm so disciplined, it don't matter to me. I'm going to get it done. Right? So start with the 15 minutes. And the more you do that, the more you can increase that time. Me, I got goals every day, all day. I got monthly goals, daily goals, yearly goals. My goal list is on point. I'm always working on something. Right? But that's because my discipline and focus is on point. Those two are very important. You got to have them. If you don't have the one, you can't have the other. Got to have both. All right. The next thing, one of the reasons why imposter syndrome feeds silence. You question yourself if you're able to do something, right? Who am I to be able to do this? I don't have the credentials. Society says I need this, that, and the third to be able to do what I desire to do in life. How am I going to make this happen? Right? Growth isn't waiting to feel worthy. It's acting while you claim it. Confidence comes through doing, not doubting. Very important. So what you have to know is most of the time we hold our own selves back. We talk ourselves out of things. And that's something we got to recognize first. And then once we recognize it, we got to do something to make sure that we change that. So if there's something that you would like to do, and I like to use myself as an example all the time, right? Life coaches, mentors, they got certificates and all this stuff, right? Society says that's what you need to be, legit. That's what you need to be able to really help somebody. However, Quindra been helping people for years with neither one of them. Quindra only has a high school diploma. I refuse to have imposter syndrome, all right? It's all about your mindset and how you think of things in life, right? I'm not saying don't get a degree. I'm not saying don't go get that certificate. What I'm saying is don't let that be the reason why you don't get started, all right? I don't let it stop me. And you guys know I do multiple things. And all I have is a high school diploma. You hear me? I'm self-taught in everything I do. So let's make sure that we understand. As long as we make those steps, we can make it happen. I had to find my charger. It be like that. So my question for y'all on that note is, where have you disqualified yourself before anyone else could? That's a good question. Where have you disqualified yourself before anyone else could? We knock ourselves out the box before we even let nobody else knock us out the box. Are we recognizing that? I want you to reflect on that question and answer it. What up, Book Babe? What up, friend? I love it. If you need something to give you encouragement daily, what I can throw out there is I love to write. So you guys that know me know I'm big on self-reflection. I'm always over here with a pen and pad. That's why my wisdom on point. I'm always writing something. I'm always reflecting on something. I'm always learning something. I love to learn. You hear me? In order for me to be able to be a teacher, I have to be a student. And I'm a student every single day. All right? So let's always remember that. But in order to get over the imposter syndrome, we have to recognize that we have the imposter syndrome first and foremost, so we can get out of it. So ask yourself, where have you disqualified yourself before anyone else could? Great question. You can write an I am becoming statement every day if you want. Get you a journal, write in that journal, I am becoming what? And the more you put that down, the more you begin to walk in it, the more you begin to believe in it, right? We got to be our own crowd sometimes. We got to be our own people that, support ourselves. We got to stop looking outside of ourselves. And it's always good to have support from other people. Always a good feeling. I'm never going to knock that. However, I got to this point where I am in life because I had to clap for myself. You hear me? Everybody that's been a part of my life betrayed me. And I mean everybody. All the way to the soon-to-be ex-husband. Y'all know I'm real over here. So with that being said, I had to be my own support system for a long time. And even though many people thought that was going to be the reason I crumbled, that was the reason I'm going to blow. Right? Because I don't live my life to seek validation from a soul. You don't have to agree with me. You don't have to rock with me. You don't have to like me. All of those things are irrelevant to me. The only thing I'm worried about is continuing to elevate and making sure I bring the friends that want to elevate along with me. That's all I focus on. All right? Next thing. Comfort zones disguise themselves as peace. Ooh, let's talk about the comfort zones. Comfort preserves. Peace expands. Y'all get that? Comfort preserves. Peace expands. So comfort is all the things that you're used to doing and knowing how it's going to turn out and being comfortable. Not having to worry about the unknown. Right? Peace expands. Y'all know what that means? When you have peace, you grow. When you have peace, you elevate. I'm talking about true peace. Where ain't nobody calling your phone that you don't want to be calling your phone. When ain't nobody coming to your front door that you don't want coming to your front door. I'm talking about true peace. I know what true peace is. So because I know what true peace is, that's why I expand in so many areas in my life. Comfort preserves. In other words, comfort keep you where you at. If I got to go a little deeper, let me go a little deeper. Comfort keeps you where you at. Until you get past the comfort, you won't elevate. You won't get past the part of where you're at in life. You have to get comfortable with the uncomfortable. I had to be uncomfortable so much that now I'm comfortable with the uncomfortable. I'll do whatever I need to do to make sure that I continue to make the necessary steps to get to the best version of myself. I don't fear nothing. If it's something I want to do, I'm going to do it. If it don't turn out the way I want it to turn out, guess what? I'll go back to the drawing board and come back and do it again. You hear me? If something don't work out, yes, sometimes it's because we're not supposed to do it. Half of the time it's because we need to go back and figure out what we need to work on so we can do it better. So the more we work on ourselves and the more we get out of our comfort, the more we begin to recognize and elevate. All right? Yeah, that is what's up. It is. I was more in a comfortable, yeah. You got to get out of being comfortable, friends. I'm telling you. Prime example, me getting up here hitting this button, telling people my life story. Beginning to the end. Do you think that was comfortable at first? Let's talk about it. Telling my business, and y'all know when I do this, this is society's talk. Telling my business to a whole bunch of people that I don't know nothing about. to tell my business to a whole bunch of people that can say all kinds of things about my story. You don't think that was uncomfortable at first? You see me sitting in front of this dang camera. See, that's why I'm fool with TikTok. Why is it just spinning? Hold on, y'all. They gave me a puzzle. They crazy. That's definitely uncomfortable. Exactly. So the reason I'm bringing that up is I love to lead by example. Y'all know that about me, right? So if I had to get in that position to get uncomfortable, to be able to do what I do every single day. Hey, Cake, what up, friend? Then you can do it too. Right? And I'm not saying you're supposed to get up here and hit the button and tell everybody your life story. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is, let me be the example of what it looks like when you get out of your own way and you get a little uncomfortable. See, the moments that I have to be so uncomfortable, hitting a button and telling my life story over and over and over and telling bits and pieces of things that many people within the family never knew, right? That was real uncomfortable. Yet, the more I began to do it, the more comfortable I got. And that's when I became hell for everybody in town. You hear me? It's okay to be uncomfortable. The more you do it, the more comfortable you get. Get uncomfortable. Whatever you fearing over there, get uncomfortable. Get it done. It's going to get you places you never thought you'd get. I guarantee. Welcome in, friends. Growth is uncomfortable. That's the point. Huh? Think about it. I'm not no man, but I like to use this as an example. Y'all know I have kids. And my oldest, he was like real short for a minute. And then I looked up one day and he was, he done sprouted up on me. I'm like, damn. And he would tell me about how his legs and stuff would hurt, right? Y'all know I can give you all kind of scenarios to get your mind together. So he was explaining to me how his joints and stuff was hurting because he went from being short to getting a little taller. Growth is uncomfortable. You know I love it. Not to mention he, got a scholarship in track and he's in college at this moment. Somehow growth is uncomfortable. So what are we doing with that? We got to get uncomfortable to get somewhere. Are you actually living in peace? Or you're just comfortable avoiding what challenges you? Are you actually living in peace? Or are you just comfortably avoiding what challenges you? Great question. What is your answer? What's your answers, friends? Let me know. Put in the chat. Let's go. What's the answers? What you doing? Thank y'all for the taps. Welcome in, everybody. It's not an easy process, but once it's set in your mind, it becomes easier. Yeah. It's more than being just in your mind, though. There's a lot of, you got to think about it. There's a lot of things in people's mind. That don't mean they ever get nowhere with it. You hear me? So yeah, it starts in your mind. However, you got to make the necessary steps to make sure that you can actually see it come. But yeah, it starts there. Next thing, waiting for permission or perfect timing. We went over this briefly a little earlier. The right time is a trap. Alignment comes through movement. That's why I'm always up to something, y'all. Y'all know I'm always up to something, right? I stay in alignment. I'm always in movement, right? Permission seeking equals fear of accountability. Permission seeking equals fear of accountability. Hey, friend, what up? What up? Welcome in. What part of your purpose are you delaying for someone else's yes? Ooh, that's a little deep one right there. What part of your purpose are you delaying for someone else's yes? That's a good question. I really want to know the answer to that one, friends. I know it's somebody in here. Y'all better quit waiting for that somebody else's yes and give yourself the yes. I got a whole bunch of no's, friends. Most of my life, I got a whole bunch of no's. And one day I say, you know what? Let me tell myself yes. And once I start telling myself yes, it was over for them boys. You hear me? Stop waiting for someone else to give you your yes and you give yourself the yes. Get to moving. Put in the work. All right? Blaming others blocks responsibility. Excuses point outward. Growth looks inward. Ooh. Excuses point outward. Growth looks inward. So those of you that know me and that's been rocking with me for a minute, I'm always reflecting over here. That's inner work. Right? I reflect on my decisions. I reflect on the people I allow in my life. I reflect on the things I want to be a part of my life. I reflect on every bit and piece of my life. Because growth is inward. All right? That's why sometimes when, people come in here trying to talk about the outer appearance, I give it to them so well. Because they lost in the sauce, as they say. And that got nothing to do with the outer appearance. What you got going on inside your mind, inside your spirit, inside your heart is what matters the most. And if you so focused on what's going on the outside of you and everybody else, you got a lot of work to do. PSA. All right. Taking ownership equals reclaiming power. When you own your ish, when you own that you fell short, when you own that you need to be more accountable, when you own all of those bits and pieces, you reclaim your power. I reclaimed my power a long time ago. If I'm out of line, I'm going to correct myself. However, Quindra don't get out of line. Because I make sure I stay in alignment. I make sure I do what I need to do for me, not for everyone else. And when you begin to live your life that way, then that's when you begin to see the changes. Welcome in. Know and just take away that you're the only one who can move your life forward. All right? It's good to have people in your corner. However, you got to be the one to make it work. You got to be the one to make it happen. Question is, where have you been waiting for someone else to fix what only you can? Where have you been waiting for someone else to fix what only you can? Huh? I'm a great fixer-upper. You hear me? I'm great at fixing a lot of things. That took a lot of what? Inner work. We need to ask ourselves that question and figure out how we can get past that. I want you to write down 3 things that you blame on others. And beside each one, I want you to write 1 thing you can do today to fix that. All right? 3 things you blame on others. Beside each one, write 1 thing you can do today to make sure that you make the step forward to get out of that. And it can be anything. It don't have to be something big, because let me tell you, the small things are the big things. So if you blaming others for those very small things, when the big things hit, you ain't gonna know what to do. So let's figure out how we can get past the small things we blame everybody else for, so we can do the work to where we ain't got to worry about point blaming nobody. We just go inward and fix what we can fix within ourselves and keep it moving. All right? Comparison creates paralysis. Comparison creates paralysis. Comparison kills momentum and breeds excuses. So when you compare yourself to someone else, and it don't have to be on the outer, right? If there's somebody else that's doing the same thing that you want to do, and you seeing that they're over there is going a little better for them, you begin to get discouraged. You begin comparing what you don't have that they have. That's part of the problem. We got to stop comparing. What do you have that you can make something happen with? That's where we shift our focus. If you find yourself doing that, I want you to write this down. Who are you comparing yourself to that distracts you from your own lane? See, one thing about comparison is that means you want to be something similar. You want it to be something similar to what someone else is doing. And that's where individuality comes in. I know I do multiple things, and there's people that do the things that I do as well. However, I'm really in my own lane. My music is my way I do my music, right? I like mine a little raw with a little grit. You know what I'm saying? I don't like all the extras on my vocals. I'm in my own lane. From my music to my speaking to how I maneuver through this thing called life. When you embrace your individuality, it hit different. There goes the comparison out the window. Because if you're an individual that really embraces your individuality, that means there's no one like you. It don't matter if someone else is doing what you do. They can't do it how you do it. So let's embrace our own lane. Make you one. The best way I like to describe it is when you have your own lane, you ain't got to worry about nobody trying to come over there and tell you how to run your lane. Of course, they're going to try it. You know what I'm saying? Because they used to being over there in the lane with everybody else. All of them been driving 50 miles per hour, and you over there driving 80, and they telling you got to slow down. Why? This is my lane. You understand? Get in your own lane, friends, and drive how you want to drive in that thing. You hear me? Put your seat back as far as you want. You know what I'm saying? Turn your music up as loud as you want. You understand me? Get in your own lane and drive the way you want to drive in that thing. And the more you really get that mindset, I'm telling you, it's a great feeling in life. Because for a long time, people try to change me. Till this very day. They want me to speak a certain type of way. No, I'm in my own lane. I want it to be known when I come up in the room, they're going to be like, oh, that's Quindra. I don't want to sound like nobody. You know how I be when they got these orders, you know, who do you sound like? Quindra. You hear me? I sound like Quindra. Embrace that. What up, Chosen? What up, friend? Next thing. Past failures become permission to quit. Failure is feedback. Hold on. Do y'all really understand that? Did y'all understand what I just said? Past failures become permission to quit. Failure is feedback. You know what feedback is, right? You put something in towards something and you get something back out of it. Even if it's not what you desire for it to be, you get something back out of it. So if you fail at something, you're supposed to do something with that feedback. What you gonna do with the feedback? Is you gonna go and just say forget it, or you gonna take that feedback and do something with it? You gonna go back to the drawing board and try again? Failure is feedback. See, I failed at a lot of things. Huh? I couldn't get this relationship stuff together. I kept picking the wrong men, friend. My failure in relationships was my feedback. I got to choose better. Huh? How you look at it? Failure is feedback. It's not your identity. So just because you failed at some things and things didn't go the way you desire for them to go, that doesn't make that who you are as a person. That just means you need to take some bits and pieces from that and do something with it. All right? Lessons repeat until applied. Everything that transpires in our life is something that we are supposed to learn from. And if you don't learn those lessons, you're going to repeat it. It can be within a job. It could be within relationships. It can be in so many different aspects of your life. If you don't learn a lesson, you're going to look up a month later, 2 months later, a year later, and you're going to say, dang, I kind of went through this 5 years ago. I went through this last month. Yeah, I bet you did, because you didn't learn your lesson. The only way the cycles can repeat is if you don't learn from the cycle. I had a repetitive cycle of failed relationships, right? I know I love to use myself as an example. Because my problem was I was so busy putting love into everybody else, I wasn't paying attention to they wasn't giving me none back. So until I learned my lesson, I was on that hamster wheel. Now, I don't even want to be bothered. I'm good. What up, Lala G? What up, friend? What up? Another thing with that is you're not starting over. You're starting with experience. See, had I not been through all the things I've been through in life, I wouldn't be as wise as I am today. I wouldn't be able to mentor people the way I mentor people with no degree. Huh? I had to learn something. So with that being said, you're not starting over, you're starting with experience. Hey, Shantae, what up, friend? You're also starting wiser. Right? So whenever that time does come for me to get out there again and try this love thing again, right? I'm going to be on point. Perception shifts your perspective. It's all about how you see it. People pleasing slows purpose. Saying yes to everyone drains your energy for your own path. Peace sometimes costs access. Ooh, y'all know I'm going to talk about it. Growth requires saying no unapologetically. The friends know me, I throw a no out quick. No, I ain't going to be able to do it. With no explanation behind. A no is a complete sentence around here. You understand me? Take it as you may. Saying yes to everyone drains your energy from your own path. And that goes in so many different aspects, because if you're so focused on saying yes to everybody else, that means you have less time for you, less time for your goals, less time to do all the things you know you need to do. However, you don't have the time because you over there helping so-and-so. So we got to recognize how people pleasing slows our purpose. And that stagnates our growth. Welcome in, friends. I see some friends are just now coming in. So today, the topic that we're speaking about is growth starts when excuses end. And what I'm going through is some things that I wrote down and some key points that are part of the excuses. Some we recognize, some we don't. All right, so that's what we're going over today. The next what I want y'all to reflect on with the people pleasing. Who benefits from you staying small or overextended? Huh? Who benefits from you staying small or overextended or being overextended? It ain't you. I just want that to be the key point. But of course, I want you to really, reflect on the question. But the main point of that question is you not benefiting from it. We got to recognize, of course, things we do in life, we don't always have to benefit from it, right? We want to do things from the kindness of our heart and because we want to, because we're able to. Always. However, we got to be discerning of that. Because a lot of people only like you because you have resources. They only like you because you wise. They only like you because you got the answers. And if you don't recognize that, you overextending yourself to somebody that don't deserve. So let's make sure we pay attention. Thank you for the populars, friend. So we need to really I want y'all to do a checklist on that one, real talk. Because I bet a lot of you guys don't even recognize it. I want you to recognize who's benefiting from you being there, from your people pleasing. We already know it's not you benefiting. That's very important. That's the main thing we got to take away, is that we're not benefiting. So that means we need to check ourselves and make some changes. Well, once we recognize that, the next step is recognize who is benefiting so we can make sure they can stop benefiting. See, that's why they call me mean and unforgiving, friend. I make sure them people stop benefiting. You ain't gonna benefit off of Quindra no more. Them days is over with. We got to get to the point to where we say them days is over with. You're not benefiting off of me anymore. We got to make sure we put ourselves first and recognize who the users and abusers are, because they all around. And most of the time, they're the ones that you least expect. And you never recognize because you don't take out the time to reflect. And that's what Quindra here is here for, to help you do so. All right? I need y'all to start saying no without explaining. My prime example I just gave. No with no explanation behind it. Thank you for the heart me. Sometimes we apologize and say we're not able to do something because of so-and-so. No, you ain't got to give them the reasoning behind your no. A no is a no. And of course, it's going to be a little hard at first, but the more you do it, the easier it gets. No is a complete sentence. All right? And I want y'all to think of it in a reversal. Peep this. If you were to tell somebody yes, they wouldn't care about no explanation behind the yes, as long as it's a yes, right? I just want y'all to really think on that. If you're giving the people a yes, they don't care about your reason for saying a yes. They're just glad you said yes. I need that same energy when you telling people no. Yes is a complete sentence, and so is N to the O. All right? Welcome in, you guys. Thank you for the taps. Excuses block clarity and energy. Justifying keeps your vision cloudy. Right? And the reason I'm saying they justifying keeps your vision cloudy. If you think about it in this way, if somebody asks you something and you say no, and then you give an excuse or you give a reasoning behind it, right? What happens is you really get to thinking on that reasoning. And sometimes if that reasoning makes you feel bad, if that reasoning makes you feel like, okay, well, maybe my reason ain't so big of a reason, then you renege on your no. So what I'm doing is I'm trying to teach you how to stick with no is a no with no explanation behind it, so you don't trap yourself into saying a yes. We don't give no explanation what I knows. Two letters is all you get. Work on it. Real big. You like that? Thank you, friend. So stop justifying. All right? Because then you get to thinking of all these different reasons of your excuses and this and that. Growth thrives in honesty, not stories. A lot of people like to tell stories. Well, we ain't going to talk about that today. Woo! Growth thrives in honesty, not stories. And what that means is when it's time to handle business and do the things that you know you need to do, we need to do it. We need to address it. We need to be honest with ourselves. And we need to get down to the nitty-gritty. When you begin to get to the point to justify, what happens is you begin to tell yourself these stories. And I'm not saying you're lying to yourself. Or what I'm saying is you're trying to justify your reasoning behind why you're not handling your business. Get rid of the stories. Get straight to the nitty-gritty, which is the truth, the root foundation. Why do you have the excuses? Figure that out. You get past your issue of where you're stuck at. Excuses clutter your intuition and energy. Now, y'all know, the friends that's been rocking with me a minute, y'all know I'm very intuitive. Very intuitive. That's why I'm always on point, right? Sometimes I get in here and I read the friends and I tell you things about y'all selves that y'all be like, wow. I'm very intuitive. Because I don't have no excuses. Get rid of the excuses so you can really see things for what it is, not what you want it to be. That's one of the big things. Intuition is not based on what you want it to be. Growth is not based on what you want it to be. Growth sometimes is all the things you don't want it to be. Right? Leaving people behind you never thought you would have to leave behind. Taking that job you never wanted to take. It's so many different scenarios. I want to know, what story are you telling yourself that's easier than the truth? When you get to put reasoning behind the reason why you ain't doing something, then that's just more excuses on top of excuses on top of excuses. And you don't even recognize you giving yourself excuses. And that's what I'm here to talk about it today for. You giving yourself excuses and you don't even recognize it. Stop putting the stories on there and start putting the truth in there. Yeah, A, B, and C did happen, and that is the reason why I'm at where I'm at. However, I wouldn't be at where I'm at if I would have done A, B, and C. You know what I'm saying? Get to the truth. Get past the stories. All right? I want you to write down your most common excuse. And then rewrite it into truth. So, for example, if you say, I don't have time all the time, or I'm not ready, right? I want you to flip that and begin to say, I haven't prioritized what matters. That's the truth. You see what I'm saying? With the stories, I know I broke it down, but this is just another way to see it. You saying I don't have time is your story. I haven't prioritized what matters is your truth. I know I love truth, friends. That's why I run all the roaches away. You know what I mean? I love some truth. What you gonna do with it? I've been trying. Okay? I love it, friend. So how are we gonna change that sentence from I've been trying? That's your story. Where's the truth? Give me your truth. I love when the friends participate. Let's go. What's your truth, friend? Give it to me. Thank you guys for the taps. What's your truth? I really want to see this. I love it. I'm not trying anymore. I'm just doing it. Okay. I fail, but I get back up. Okay. What about, you said I've been trying. What about I have been doing less than what I should have? And the reason I say that, look, peep it. If you say you've been trying, that means you're putting in some type of effort. Huh? So we don't want to take away the fact that we have been putting in some effort. Because then there goes the discouragement. So I still gave you a truth. I have been doing, however, not as much as I should. Thank you for the heart. What up, Two-Tone? What up, friend? What you think about that for your truth? Because we don't want to negate. See, what I'm trying to explain to you guys with the story and the truth, great direction. But I'm really trying to get you to really grasp the root and the concept of what I'm giving y'all so y'all can really do this every day. Because this is that's why I be on point, friends. This is why I be on point right now. All day, every day. Take your story and put a truth behind it. So I've been trying. You then said that I fail, but I get back up. If you've been trying, that means you have been doing something. That's the truth. We're not going to take away the truth now. And besides that being the truth, that's also encouragement that, hey, I have been doing something. You're just not seeing the desired results you want to see. That just means you got to put a little bit more effort. Huh? Perception shifts perspective, friends. Thank you for the taps. I can do more. That's true. I know it. I know it. Good to see you. Not trying to distract you all. It's good to see you too. Thank you for coming in. Thank you for coming in. Yesterday's my Breakthrough Wednesday. I do every Wednesday. Speak about certain topics, and I go through some things to kind of help the friends recognize some things within themselves and some reflection questions and stuff like that. For I'm here to help the friends. So it's good to see you. Well, now more, but yes, can be. I love it. I love it. So that's what we're doing. We're going to shift that. We're going to shift that. Now I want to get in. I got a little bit more time. Now, what I just discussed are the things that contribute to the lack of growth within self. Always good seeing you too. Most definitely. I'm about to drop a new single, friend. I'll shoot it to you when I drop it. So what I discussed already is excuses are fear in disguise. Procrastination is a subtle excuse. Imposter syndrome feeds silence. Comfort zones disguise themselves as peace. Waiting for permission or perfect timing. Blaming others blocks your responsibility. Comparison creates paralysis. Past failures become permission to quit. I went over some things today, y'all. People pleasing slows purpose. Excuses block clarity and energy. If you want me to go back over them, I will. I'll go through them briefly. Just let me know you got your pen and pad. You want me to go over them real quick? Let me know before I go into my, I got a couple more that I haven't reviewed yet. Those are a little bit more, you'll see when I go over them. But let me know, friend. Let me know if you want me to go over them real quick. Put in the chat. Welcome in, y'all. Thank y'all for the taps. Okay. You want me to go over them again? Because you came in towards the end. So I'll go over them real quick before I go over my last few ones. Oh, I asked you if you wanted me to go over what you missed before I go to my next section. Let me know. What up, Noah? What up, friend? What you doing in Texas, man? Where that music at? You want me to go over book bag? Okay. All right. So I'm going to go over it again. And then I'll go into my next section. Goodness, y'all. I got to get me some sleep. I have time. Hold on. Did you just... hold on. I want... Real quick. The friends that know me, do you know what I'm about to say? I want to see who know me for real quick. Who know me for real? Who gonna say it without me having to say it? What I got a problem with right now? Put it in the chat. What I got a problem with right now? I want to know who really rock with me real quick. Who know what my problem is right now? Look in the chat. Let me know where it's at. Woo! That dang chosen, it better be autocorrect. We don't spell friend like the dictionary in here. You know I'm gonna get to crying. Well, I'm not playing. No, she put FRIEND. I wanted to say where she thinks she at. I know she don't know she over here in the den. Girl, you run up my blood pressure. Things was going good. Here you come with the foolishness. God dang it. All right. Topic today, Breakthrough Wednesday. So real quick, forgive me. You good. You good. You good. You know I like to have fun too. You know, of course I like to talk about things that matter to get us elevated in our mindset. But, you know, I like to have fun too, you know. So thank you for giving us our laughing moment, friend. I'll let you make it today. Don't let it happen again. Make sure you check before you hit send. All right. Now, next. So this is what I went over. Y'all got y'all pen and pad ready? Good. Ain't no end in here. I know. Ain't no end in here, baby. Okay. So these are the things that we should recognize. However, we might not. These are the things that I came up with that are more recognized versus not. However, there's still some that may not be. All right. So what I have first is excuses are fear in disguise. Fear hides behind logic. I'll wait until I'm ready. Really means I'm scared to start. Letting fear run your life keeps you small. Courage isn't fearless, it's moving anyway. Right? It's not about not having fear. It's about moving anyway with the fear. Do it scared. That's my slogan. You understand? I have to do a lot of things scared. Now ain't no fear in me, baby. That's why people better leave me alone. You hear me? Then I asked, what fear have you been calling timing or strategy just to avoid action? What fear have you been calling timing or strategy just to avoid action? And for that, I want you to write every delayed goal and the fear attached to it. And that's for the first one. One of the key points that I said for that was awareness breaks avoidance. Huh? Let that marinate. Awareness breaks avoidance. Slow? Oh, I'm going too fast? What you miss? What I need to say again? Let me know. What you need? Come up in the box real quick. Hit the button, come in the box. That'll be easier for me to know where you at. Hit the button. Come in the box. Cause y'all know me. Can you put it in the Discord? Yeah, I can. I can. What you want me to put there?
I feel slow, but no, I was saying because you were talking and I'm like sitting here trying to. So I got the excuses like, would you say excuses be caused by fear?
Excuses are fear in disguise.
Our fear in disguise. Okay.
Okay.
And what was the question for about that one?
What fear have you been calling timing or strategy just to avoid action? Hey, Helene. Hey, friend. What up, Renee? What up, y'all? Thank you for the donuts. What fear have you been calling timing or strategy just to avoid action?
Okay.
Okay. Next thing I went over is procrastination is a subtle excuse. So what I put down for some takeaways for you to think on, I'll do it later, is self-betrayal in disguise. Because I'll do it later, you look up as months pass, years pass, whatever. So I'll do it later is self-betrayal in disguise. Waiting for the perfect moment is a trap because it rarely comes. Growth comes from micro moves, not perfect movement. I'm sorry, not perfect launches, right? So you don't have to sit, don't try and make and do everything at once. Thank you. He's so cute. Growth is not about how big of a step you make. Growth is about making the continuous steps. I didn't get to this point overnight. Y'all know my life story. Y'all know what I've been through. Y'all know the things that I've had to overcome, right? I didn't get to this point that I'm at now to be able to mentor the friends and have the community that I built without making moves, but they were small moves. I repeated several cycles. I had to learn many lessons over and over and over and over again. So because of that, let's make sure we got in our mindset and understand we ain't got to take no big step. As long as we make continuous steps forward, we're doing what we need to do. All right. What I put for that question is, what dream are you keeping in the works with no movement? And those dreams are what? Business plans, ideas that you've been having for a long time that you've just been sitting on. What dreams are you keeping in the works with no movement? It's time to do something with that. Thank you guys for the taps. Thanks for the shares, friend. I see you.
Okay.
And whatever that is for you.
I already know. Already. Done been right. Keep going.
All
I got
right.
my answers.
Okay, next thing. This was a good one. Imposter syndrome feeds silence.
Does masking apply to that?
It can.
I mean, even if it's like a defense, like type, you know what I'm saying? Like, not an unintentional defense. Does it apply? Just curious.
It depends. Masking, in other words, is pretty much you're trying to cover up something that you don't want to be uncovered. You're
Like a
trying to bury,
survival mode. It's like a defense mode. Like,
right. You're trying to bury something, right?
yeah.
That you don't want to face or have to deal with. So that is part of a reason for excuses.
So imposter syndrome, what?
Feed silence.
Okay, you can keep going.
Okay, so it's pretty much growth isn't waiting to feel worthy, it's acting while you claim it. Confidence comes through doing, not doubting. Where have you disqualified yourself before anyone else could?
Wait, what?
Where have you disqualified yourself before anyone else could?
That's the question for it?
Yep.
Where have you disqualified? Okay.
And that's a great question because say that I'm right there in that area. Yeah. That's cool. That's why we have these lives so we can talk about it. But if you've overcoming something, why do one still cover up a portion of the pain or hurt? Because there's a difference between, see, this is the thing, friend. If you think of it this way, you have people that do just enough so they can, get past it. The things that I've been through in life, I didn't do the work I did to get past it. I did the work so I can heal. There's a difference. So only a person that's doing the work to heal is going to be able to speak about all those things. They're not going to cover up not a portion of anything. You understand? It's real. So if it's about healing, if you really are on the journey to heal the traumas and all the things you've endured in life, when you really are on the journey and you really bad about it, ain't no hiding no portions of nothing. That's why I can get up here and hit this button and talk about whatever, whenever, to whoever. You got your two different sets of people. So when you begin to recognize those people that's hiding portions, then you know those are faking the funks over there. You know those are the ones that only want to show that they've done some work. However, they don't want to show that they still need to do some work. Those are the perfectionists. We want to stay away from them people. You understand me? And I'm not far from perfect. But see, the thing with me is I get up here and speak about the things I need to work on. I get up here and speak about all the portions. Shoot, I even put the black eyed peas up in there, and I don't even like them things. However, it's a part of the plate. You hear me? I gotta eat them things or else. Do you understand me?
Right.
It's all about how you look at it. Thank you guys for the taps. That's what you was gonna say next? Yep. Passing through. Thank you for coming through, Helene. I appreciate you, friend. Thank you for the gifts and the taps. Thanks for the shares. I appreciate you. All right. Next thing. Comfort zone disguises themselves as peace. Comfort. I love this one. I love all my stuff, but comfort preserves, peace expands. Do you get that, friend?
Comfort.
Comfort preserves.
Yeah.
Peace expands. What does that mean to you?
That it gets greater? I don't know. I don't think I really have the right answer.
It's
Just
not about the right answer. It's about
like comfort also preserves. Okay, hold on. Let me break it down. So comfort preserves a certain state, but the actual state of peace, like, is more authentic. It's more genuine.
you can say it that way. You can say it that way. And it's not about a right or wrong answer. It's about understanding, right? So the reason I'm asking you that is because, when certain things that people say, people just, kind of say, oh, okay, but they don't really, get it. I'm deep, friend. So the reason why I'm asking is because I know this really gonna hit. So
How do you
comfort
do it? Go ahead.
preserves. So when you preserve something, what that means, you doing everything you can to make sure that it stays the same. It doesn't get bad. It doesn't, it stays just like it's been.
Stagnant, kind of.
Right. Comfort preserves. So that means comfort keeps you in the same spot. Comfort keeps you familiar. Peace expands. So what that means is until you really live in which is authenticity, right? Which you mentioned bits and pieces of. When you authentically are in peace, that means you cut out people, places, and things. You get rid of the excuses. You do the necessary work. You make the necessary steps forward. That is the only time you begin to expand this thing called life. Expansion, growth, elevation does not come in comfort zones. So as long as we're comfortable, we're only preserving the comfort. And comfort doesn't help our growth. So if we want to get better, we have to get to the peace. And in order to get to the peace, we have to live in the truth. And in order to get to the truth, we got to do some healing. We got to accept things for what it is, not what we want it to be. And until we take all those steps, we're not expanding. Materialism have nothing to do with nothing. Who got the nicest car don't have nothing to do with nothing. Who got the nicest house don't got nothing to do with nothing. Who can get up here and hit the button and get gifts thrown at them all day, every day don't have nothing to do with nothing. Who's expanding? Huh? Don't
That's
confuse those two. Very important. See,
okay.
that's why a lot of people are so used to living in chaos and they think it's peace. Don't nobody have my number. I don't want to have it. And if they do, they block. You hear me? And I just changed my number after years and years. I'm thinking about turning it one more time. I'm that girl. Don't nobody have my number. I don't want to have it. I don't ever worry about my phone ringing and me huffing and puffing saying, oh, what do they want? Them days is over for me. Don't nobody
Yeah.
come to my front door that I don't want coming to my front door. Them days is over for me. We got to get to that point to where we say those days is over for me.
Yeah.
So we got to know what real peace is. Real peace is when you wake up each and every day and you're not worried about having to deal with so-and-so over there. That's peace. Let's talk about real peace. If I don't want to be bothered, you better believe I'm not going to be bothered. In order to get to that point, we really got to do the work so people overstand. One thing about Quindra, people can say whatever they want to say about me. I don't give two craps. But one thing they know is I really mean what I say. I really maneuver the way I move on this app. That's how I move in real life. I don't tolerate no foolishness. I'm going to say what I got to say to whoever, whenever. I don't mind repeating myself if necessary, and the story won't change. Whatever we need to do, we need to be getting on it. So comfort zones disguise themselves as peace. Are you actually living in peace? Or are you just
What is wrong with my phone?
every week for the rest of this month that scares but aligns with your purpose?
Sorry, you cut out, friend.
Hold on. This damn internet. Hold on, y'all. Hold on, friend.
Hey, Sante, my bad. I meant to say hi.
Okay, my bad. I had my mobile data on and it was going between my mobile and my Wi-Fi. I forgot to turn it off. Okay. What part do I need to repeat?
Uh,
Did you get the question?
the comfort. I got comfort zones. You know, they preserve comfort.
Okay.
My,
And then I said the question I have for that is, are you peaceful? Are you actually living in peace? Or are you only comfortable? I mean, are you living in peace or are you just comfortably avoiding what challenges you? That's a very good question. Because sometimes we deal with people, places, and things because we're comfortable avoiding stuff. We don't want to deal with it. We just be like, forget it. I don't even gonna, you keep letting people do certain things. You keep people letting do all these different things to you because you're just comfortable. You don't want to deal with it. We got to be willing to accept a challenge. And if that challenge is telling somebody about themselves, we need to take that challenge on. I take the challenge on any day, all day. It don't matter. I'm up for the challenge. We got to be willing to take on a challenge. Okay, friend.
okay. Appreciate you. Oh, you talking to that person?
Okay, and then I said do one thing that scares you that and aligns with your purpose. I want you to do that once a week for the rest of this month. One thing every week that scares you but aligns with your purpose. That's going to get you out of your comfort zone. We got to get out of our comfort zones to really elevate. Without doing that, we don't get nowhere in life. The next thing I went over was waiting for permission or perfect timing. So waiting for the right time is a trap. Alignment comes through movements. As you guys know, I'm always doing something. The alignment is real over here. I stay in movement. Of course, we got to sit down somewhere and take time to rest and reflect and stuff like that. But as far as making steps within my life to get to where I desire to be, I'm always in movement. If I'm not on this app, I'm doing something. So in order for us to stay in alignment, we have to do something that's within our purpose. And we have to be consistent with that. Without that, we get nowhere. Permission seeking equals fear of accountability. Destiny doesn't wait, it meets movers. Right? I didn't get to where I'm at in life, and I'm still not where I want to be. However, I didn't get to this point without consistently making moves. Got to make sure we do it. Question is, what part of your purpose are you delaying for someone else's yes? I know, that made you say, What part of your purpose are you delaying for someone else's yes? I'm back. I tapped in another room. That's all good, friend. Okay, the next thing I went over, blaming others blocks responsibility. Excuses points outward. Growth looks inward. That's why I'm so wise, friend. I be looking on the inside of me every day, all day. Excuses point outward. Growth looks inward. So if you truly want to grow in life, it doesn't matter what we're talking about. It don't matter if it's a job. It don't matter if you're trying to get a business off the ground. It don't matter if you're trying to build a relationship. Excuses point outward. Growth looks inward. So in order to grow in any aspect of your life, you have to grow from within first. That's why I'm a bad girl. See, society has it to where people feel like if you have things that people can see, the cars, the clothes, that rhymes with the clothes, right? If you have all those things that the people can see, then to them, you're growing. To them, you're doing something. However, those are the ones that's lost in the sauce. Growth comes from within yourself. Because if they were to come take all them clothes, cars, and all the other stuff that looks nice on the outside away from them people, they wouldn't have nothing to work with. They wouldn't know what to do with themselves. See, if they come take that from me now, guess what? Quindra got a lot she working with over here. I can sing some, rap some, design some, speak some. I'm always working on what's within me. And I bring that up because you have people that like to talk about outer appearance a lot. And those are the people that got a lot of work to do. Because if they come take your looks, what you got? If they come take your nice car, what you got? If they come take your nice house, what you got? They come take all that from Quindra. Quindra got a lot. And that's why they mad, because I won't stop. It don't matter what I do, I'm always going to make it pop. I got to get back on the microphone, friends. You hear me? Let's make sure we start working on what's within us. All right? You're the only one that can move your life forward. Have you been waiting for someone else to fix what only you can? There's many people that are. It's okay. I was one. But we got to recognize it first so we can do something about it. That's the whole objective. Recognizing so we can make the moves to change it. So have you been waiting for someone else to fix what only you can? Answer that question truthfully. Because another part of growth and elevation is you got to be truthful. It don't matter what it looks like to everybody else. We got to stop caring about that. What is the truthful answer to that? So we can get it fixed and get to where we want to be. If the answer is yes, we need to really figure out how we can make that yes or no. I want you to list 3 things you blame on others. And beside each one, write 1 thing you can do today moving forward to get rid of those things that you blame others for. Start with whatever you need to start with. And the more you begin to do it and recognize it, the more we stop blaming others. I don't blame nobody for nothing. The friends that's been rocking with me a minute, y'all don't hear me blame nobody for nothing. Frozen. Now the friend sleep. Let me mute her. All right. Next thing, comparison creates paralysis. Comparison kills momentum and breeds excuses. Your lane is where your power lives. You can't build your life looking sideways. Let me say that again. You can't build your life looking sideways. You over there looking at so-and-so and what so-and-so doing, and while you looking over there at so-and-so and seeing what they doing, you ain't doing what you need to be doing. I don't be looking left or right. I just look forward. All right? Focus on your own lane so you don't crash. Who are you comparing yourself to that distracts you from your own lane? That's the question. Next thing I went over was past failures become permission to quit. Failure is feedback. And all feedback is something for you to take back, reflect on, figure out what the issue was, why it didn't work out, if you need to try it again, and the reason if you don't need to try it again, and then do something with it. Failure is not a reason for quitting. Failure is not to say that you're not to do it. Failure is not to say that you're not able and you're not capable. Failure is for you to get some feedback. Stop thinking of failure as a time to throw in a towel. That's not what failure is. Failure is for you to learn something. Failure is for you to get a little bit more wiser. Failure is for you to get a little bit more stronger. Failure is for you to get a little bit more resilience. Failure is for something other than just saying that I'm not meant to do it. I failed in a lot of things and I got a lot of feedback. And that's why I'm at where I'm at in this thing called life today. Because I didn't think of failure as a reason that I couldn't make something happen. I took it as a reason for, hey, I need to go and work on and figure out something else so I can begin to apply it when I go try it again. Failure is feedback. Perception, friends. It's all about how you see it. Bougie, what up, friend? You got your job now and you forgot all about me. You know, you and my love, y'all too good for us. What up, friend? Thank you for the heart. Me. All right. Question is, what past failure still whispers? Don't try again. I love the OG friends. Good to see you. How are you and my love? Y'all good? Failure is feedback. Lessons repeat until applied. So the only reason you're going to keep going through things over and over is you're not applying what you've learned. And if you haven't learned something, then you need to make sure you take out the time so you can learn. All right? To get rid of the repetitiveness, you have to apply what you've learned. All right? Remember, when you have to leave something behind you never thought you would have to leave behind, or you got to get going again on something new, just know you're not starting over. You're not starting from scratch. You're starting from experience. Right? You're starting with more wisdom. That's a good question. Yeah? Y'all are good. I'm glad you're good, friend. Always good to see you. I've been good. You know me. Same old, same old. I got my new single about to drop. I'm about to drop another one on their head, friend. Run me up. I'm going to have the friends rocking. Yes. That's the question. What past failure still whispers, don't try again? Remember what we just spoke about failure. It's not a reason to quit. It's not a reason to give up. It's a reason to get feedback and do something with the feedback. Think about it. When you turn on the speaker and you got a microphone, right? And you turn the speaker on and the microphone is on, what's going to happen? You're going to get feedback. It's going to be loud as I don't know what. It's going to make you want to, hurry up and get that thing up out of there, right? That's feedback. So if we don't want to continuously hear that loud noise coming from the microphone hitting the speakers, we're going to do something with the feedback. Huh? So if you go over there and you try something in life and it don't work out for you, we're not talking about, oh, we failed. We're talking about, hey, well, let me go over here and get my feedback. Huh? What you going to do with the feedback? Is you going to continue to let it keep going and going and going and going? Or you going to go do something and make sure that feedback stops so you can go and try again so next time you plug it in, you won't hear that feedback? It's all about how you see it. If anybody is struggling with that, I want you to write a letter to the failed version of yourself, right? Thank your old version of yourself, the failed version, right? The one that couldn't get things done. And this is just quotation of saying that's just where your mindset is at the time, but we're going to get past that. Write a letter to the failed version of yourself, right? Thank them, then rip it up. We're not claiming that energy no more. We're going to get it out. My failed version was, hey, I'm not able to get my business off the ground because when I tried, I got no supporters. I didn't have the resources. No one believed in my idea. I failed because so, and rip that thing up. Them days over with. We finna go back to the drawing board and try again. We don't do no quitting. All right? The next thing I went over is people pleasing slows purpose. Saying yes to everyone drains your energy for your own path. Peace sometimes costs access. Growth requires saying no unapologetically. All right? With no explanation. We're not giving no explanation behind the no. I went over this a little earlier, but I got some friends that are just coming in. Welcome them in, everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Today we're talking about excuses. Growth doesn't start until excuses end. And I'm just going through certain things that are the reason behind the reason why we're not growing like we would like to grow in our lives. And I'm just helping you guys recognize those things so you can get past it. So people pleasing slows purpose. You got to stop saying yes. Peace sometimes costs access. I did not really begin to get a dose of what real peace was until I started to stop giving people access to me. I'm very hard to get in touch with. I mean, real hard. Nope, just can't know anybody call my phone. Can't just know anybody pull up at my house. It's real hard to get access to me. However, I love that cost of peace. So peace sometimes costs access. You have to be willing to cut off access to gain the peace you desire to have. If you don't want to pay the cost of denying access, you get no peace. And peace brings expansion. All right? Who benefits from you staying small or overextended? That's the question for the people pleasing. Who benefits from you staying small or overextended? The first thing I want to point out when you reflect on that question is it's not you benefiting. That's the most important. I need you to understand. You're not the one benefiting, they are. And until you recognize it, they're going to keep benefiting off you, friend. We're not having that. You're not going to benefit off me no more. I need you to write down that question and get to figuring out who benefiting off of you staying small or overextending yourself so you can stop doing both. Stop letting the people benefit off you. Practice saying no without explaining. Feel the freedom. You don't have to explain yourself. All right? I don't explain nothing to nobody. Excuses block clarity and energy. Justifying keeps your vision cloudy. Growth thrives in honesty, not stories. Excuses clutter your intuition and your energy. We went over this earlier and I loved it. What story are you telling yourself that's easier than the truth? What story are you telling yourself that's easier than the truth? All right. Okay, these are the last few ones. So those I went over are some of the ones that can be most recognized, right? Even though some of you may not have, but that's the purpose of the live. But these are getting to like the root. And what the root is going deep, all right? This is the root. Unhealed trauma creates protective excuses. Chosen, you asked this question in so many words earlier. I'd be on point. You hear me? She asked me about the masking earlier, and I just briefed over it a little bit because I had this other section I wanted to review. You hear me? I do this for real with no degree. You understand? Hey, friend, what up? How are you? Good to see you. How's the new job? I know my friends, man. All right? Unhealed trauma creates protective excuses. Old wounds builds patterns that feel like safety, but are chains. I know all about it. You doing good? I'm glad you're good. I'm blessed, friend. Thank you for asking. Old wounds build patterns that feel like safety, but are chains. Avoidance masquerades as I'm not ready. Healing restores courage and movement. Let me raise my hand. I love to heal, friends. That's why I be moving. That's why my courageousness is big. My boldness is big. My voice is big because healing restored all of that. Huh? Healing is an amazing thing. Don't let these people trick you talking about spirituality is bad and it's demonic. No, it ain't. Of course, it's your good and bad side. However, there's a good and bad side to everything in life. It don't matter what we're talking about. It's a good and bad. Religion, good and bad. Going to school to get a degree, good and bad. Example, you go and you get your education and you get out and you might not be able to get a job with the degree you get. And even on top of that, you got student loans. There's a good and bad for everything in life. I ain't really trying to go into my preacher mode today. I'm really, laid back and cool. You hear me? I'm just throwing it out there. So with that being said, healing is an amazing thing. It restores your courage, your confidence, your movement. Healing is an amazing thing. You just got to be willing to do the work. You got to be willing to be truthful with yourself. It ain't about being truthful with everybody else, because let me tell you, it's a domino effect. Long as you're truthful with self, being truthful to everybody else is automatic. That's why my tongue hit the way it hit when I speak. That's why if somebody come over here playing with me, I'm going to make them be in their feelings, but it's going to make them go heal something. Because I put in that work. Not on the outside, on the inside. All right? What patterns are fear disguised as boundaries? You need these questions? Okay, friend. I can get them to you if you really want them. I can get them to you. What patterns are fear disguised as boundaries? That's a good one. Then ask yourself, what am I protecting myself from that no longer exists? What am I protecting myself from that no longer exists? Tosh, drop chosen on her head. She pulled a you. Drop the friend for me, friend. She out. I mute her microphone, but it keep unmuting. It's weird. I don't know why it's doing that. Thank y'all for the taps. Next thing, overthinking disguised as preparation. Overthinking equals emotional procrastination. Your mind loops to avoid risk. Wisdom and worry feel the same. Only one produces action. Wisdom and worry feel the same. Only one produces action. Which one do you want to have? Which one of the W's do you prefer? I prefer the wisdom any day. You have a document? What you mean, friend? Hold on, y'all. Let me get the friend out the box. Hold on, y'all. I love the friends. That's how I know I got some real friends that rock with me. I got friends that come in here tired as hell. I'm still come up here and rock with you, girl. I didn't drop you on your head. It kept unmuting her microphone. That was so weird. This app tripping. How you gonna unmute her when I mute her? That's bananas. What you mean, Shantae? Wisdom. I love it. Big Slee. It's all good. I love my friends. That's support. It's all about your perception. I can use that with anything. I love it. Why would I get mad that she, tied? She wanted to come in here and support. I love that. That's what real support look like. You know what I'm saying? Overthinking disguises preparation. All right. Wisdom and worry feel the same. Only one produces action. The question I want you guys to reflect on is, are you planning for progress or rehearsing for disappointment? Do you have a document? No, I mean, I can make one. I just wrote some notes down over here on my laptop. Because, usually I just get up here and say, what comes to mind. But it just really hit me for this topic. I said, you know what? I'm going to really do it this way this time with the friends. So I think I'm going to start doing it this way more often. You guys just got to bring your pens and your pad. You know what I mean? What I'll do, though, I know you in the Discord, Bougie's not. Because y'all know I don't be on TikTok sending no messages. So y'all need to get in the Discord. And what I'll do is I will start putting the notes over there for you guys. I'll make a section in my Discord. Y'all know I like to do extra. I'll put a designated area in the Discord for you guys to go and get the notes from Wednesdays. If y'all want me to do that, let me know. You just got to give me a couple days. But I'll start doing that for y'all. Just let me know what y'all want me to do. But I'll put it over there. And then you guys can just download it from the Discord. All right. We can definitely do that. Ooh, now that's a great question. I love it, friend. That's what I'm here for. That's what I'm here for. Yes, I love this. Okay. I got it. That's what we'll do. That's what we'll do. And what I want, actually, now that y'all talking about it, I got a few more to go over real quick. Now that we are talking about it, what I want y'all to do is next Wednesday, bring your pen and pad, right? We're going to go over it like I'm doing now. I'm going to give examples and stuff like typical. And then what I want you guys to do is get in the Discord, because I've been in the Discord more, but I want you guys to get more active over there. And I'm going to make over there in that section, I want you guys to share. Okay, that's just over there with us. It ain't here. It's on the back end, just with the friends. I want you guys to start sharing, because you never know how you can help somebody with your answer to your reflection question. So I'm going to put that over there. So give me a couple days or something. I'm going to get it set up for y'all. And y'all know I'm a real one. I can get over there and start it out. I can put some bits and pieces over there for the things I've had to overcome with these specific questions, kind of to help you guys with some. Because reflection is simple, but then when you really get into really trying to get to the root cause, you can kind of get lost. So I want to make sure you guys really understand the concept of what I'm doing, so you can begin to really apply this in your life. And the more you do that, the easier you're going to recognize so many things. And that's what I'm here for, to help you guys recognize. But I definitely will do that. I got y'all. Thank you for the feedback. Huh? We just went over that earlier. I'm about to start. Spirit in me, friends. I'm about to start. Then we just go over feedback, friend. Huh? I came up here today, I've done it a little bit, but not like I'm doing it today. But I did something a little different today with the Breakthrough Wednesday. I said I'm going to go in through my notes and really go over some things with the friends on this topic. And when I did that, what happened? I got some what? Feedback. Huh? So what am I going to do with the feedback? All right. As long as you receive the message, that's all I want to know. Next. Are you planning for progress or rehearsing for disappointment? Planning for progress is saying, hey, I can make this happen. What are the steps I need to take to make sure I can make it happen? Rehearsing for disappointment is, I already tried it and it didn't work. So-and-so that said I'm not able. Nobody's clapping for me. Nobody's supporting me. Nobody believes in my vision. Nobody believes in my dreams. Nobody believes in my idea. Are you rehearsing for a disappointment, or are you planning for progress? That's the question. Perfectionism masquerading as standards. It's not ready. It's fear of failure dressed up. You've been over there with that business idea and you got everything outlined and you got your logos and you got your mission statement and you got all the good details. However, it's not ready. Who am I speaking to in the building? Could it be Lala G? I ain't trying to call nobody out today, but y'all, the ones that rock with me know me. The gift is real. I don't mean to call you out, friend. Spirit told me to. Perfectionism masquerading as standards. I told him I'm a bad girl, man. What we doing about it, friends? And I love that you raise your hands, and that's why I do what I do, because I want my friends to be able to raise their hand and say, that is me. And know that I'm not going to point the finger at you or make you feel bad. The whole thing is to recognize it and to do something about that recognition. That's the most important thing. So it's not ready as a fear of failure dressed up. Let's undress that thing. You know what I mean? You know, I ain't trying to take it there, but I'll take it there if you need me to. Huh? When you're ready to do what you want to do over there with so-and-so and it's time to get undressed. Huh? I need you to undress. That it's not ready. All right. Excellence builds. Perfectionism paralyzes. Excellence builds. Perfectionism paralyzes. It's not about being perfect. I'm far from perfect. I know I say it all the time. I'm far from perfect. However, I'm great at building and I continue to build no matter what. And that's what builds my excellence. That's what builds my greatness. That's why I'm so great at the things that I do. If you want some excellence, get to building. Launch now, refine later. We're not going to continue to wait for the perfect moment. We're going to stop saying I'm not ready. We're going to stop waiting for people to believe in our vision, because you got to understand the vision is only given to the ones that the Lord believes is going to make the vision of fruition. And only when you begin to take the desired steps will you run into the other people that know all about visions. Nobody believed in my vision. People thought the Friends Den was so dumb. They thought the Friends Den was dumb, crazy. The Friends Den, a community, and she's spelling friends a certain way. This is what a visionary look like. The Lord gave me a vision. He said the things that you've been through in life were a reason for you to get up here and do what you're doing right here, right now. To tell your life story. And to lead a group of friends to their desired parts in their life that they want to be. That was a vision. I give all the credit to the Most High. He gave me the vision of this community. And that's why I pour into you guys the way I do. That's why I don't mind sharing parts of my life, because I know it can help you. Let's make sure we do what we need to do. Go on and get it done. Put it out there. Quit procrastinating. Quit waiting for people to clap for you. It's people that still don't clap for me, and guess what? I'ma always put some out. I got some hoodies about to drop soon. You hear me? I don't need you to clap or validate me, baby. I'm going to do it anyway. I need my friend to get it. I'm going to do it anyway type of attitude around this thing. I need you to get one real quick, too. Do it anyway. What have you delayed waiting on perfection? What have you delayed waiting for perfection? Take this away from me, friends. I know I gave y'all a lot today, but I want you to have this in your mind every single day, no matter what you are doing in life. It's not about perfection. It's about progression. Quindra said that, by the way. It's not about perfection. It's not about perfection. It's about progression. We don't need it to be perfect. We just need to continue to progress. We need to continue to make the steps. We need to continue to start getting uncomfortable. We got to stop being in our comfort zones. We got to begin to do it scared. It's not about perfection. It's about progression. Huh? Overstand it. Good night, early morning. Okay, friend. Thank you for coming in. Thank you for coming in. Good to see you. Next thing, I got two more. Lack of boundaries. Do you want to come up, friend, or was that an accident, Londa? Because I know y'all be tapping and hitting the button sometimes. Did you want to come up? Let me know. Thank you for the donuts, friend. Thank you for helping me reach my goal. Appreciate you. Lack of boundaries creates burnout. Did you try to hit the button, Londa? Yes or no? Overextending steals energy from your purpose. Growth needs protection of time, energy, and focus. Boundaries equal freedom, not selfishness. Huh? Let me repeat that again. Accident? Okay, I figured. Boundaries, how are you, friend? Good to see you. Boundaries equal freedom, not selfishness. So don't let them people that you are beginning to tell no to, don't let them people that you are beginning to say you don't have the time anymore, don't let them people that you used to let walk over you no longer walk over you make you feel like you selfish. Boundaries is freedom, not selfishness. Boundaries is self-love, not selfishness. Boundaries are put in place to make sure you get what you deserve to get a nothing less. Put a boundary in place, friend. And a lot of people don't like boundaries, and that's what you want. You want to get rid of all the people that don't like boundaries. I'm good at getting rid of people that don't like boundaries. That's one of my favorite things to do. Baby, I throw my boundaries out like it's clockwork. Here go a boundary, here go a boundary, here go a boundary, here go a boundary. And by the time I get to throwing that second boundary out, they be done through the towel in, and I'll be like, appreciate you. You save me time and energy. The people that don't like boundaries are users and abusers. I love a person with some boundaries. That make me respect you even more. I love a person with some boundaries. That let me know you got some self-love over there. That means you're not going to allow nobody to treat you any kind of way. Get you some boundaries. I'm stiff on my boundaries. I don't play with nobody. I don't care who you are. You come over here playing with me, you're going to feel my wrath. We got to make sure we get some boundaries in place and make sure that we understand what boundaries are for. Don't let them people trick you into making you feel like you doing too much. Don't let them people trick you into making you feel like you being mean. Don't let them people trick you into making it seem like you being extra and you doing more and you sadiddy and you bougie. Nah, you got self-love and you know your value and your worth. And when you know it, you move different. Baby, I got some stiff boundaries because I know I'm valuable over here. You got to know it. Once you know it, you begin to show it. Boundaries, imperative. You got to have them things. You hear me? Where are you overextending under the guise of loyalty? Woo! I know I've had some good questions tonight. Where are you overextending under the guise of loyalty? You letting them get away with everything under the sun because you want to be loyal. What we doing? I hear crickets. We got to figure out where we're overextending under the guise of loyalty. The only loyalty I care about is the loyalty to myself. And let me break that down to you. When you are loyal to yourself, meaning you ensure that you get the things you deserve, you ensure that you put boundaries in place, you ensure that you're loyal to your self-love, your self-worth, your value. When you are loyal to yourself in all aspects of your life, then everybody else, the loyalty comes. However, it only comes if it falls in alignment with the self-worth, the self-value, the boundaries. Come on. Loyalty starts with yourself. I'm very loyal to me. I'm loyal to my intuition. I'm loyal to my wisdom. I'm loyal to every part of my being. And as long as you're loyal to every part of your being, when it comes to being loyal to the next person, we can recognize who we don't need to be loyal to. Loyalty starts with you. Good night, friend. Thank you for coming in. Have a good night. All right. This is the last one. Unworthiness is the deepest excuse, right? Feeling unworthy quietly blocks every blessing. Worthiness isn't earned, it's remembered. Let me repeat that. I love when me pulling out the pen and pad, friends. I'm telling y'all, the mind be on point. Y'all gotta really listen to what I'm saying. Worthiness isn't earned, it's remembered. So if you got it misconstrued what worthiness is and you think it's attached to a dollar sign and you think it's attached to being earned, then you already in the wrong boat. You already starting off wrong. Yeah, I really need that to hit you, friend, for real, for real. Let it hit you. See, that's why a lot of people feel the way they feel, and that's why it doesn't bother me, because their understanding of certain things is I think worthiness is you putting value into me and all of that. No, worthiness is nothing to do with that. It's nothing about earning something from somebody to feel worthy. Worthiness is remembered. I remember, when I was pouring everything into everybody else and they was getting all the things they desired to have in life. I remember when I stopped doing the things that I needed to do for me and started doing for everybody else, how everything began to crash. I remember it ain't about being earned, it's about remembering. What do you remember to get you to the point to where you know you're worthy? See, I know I'm worthy because all the things I put into everybody else and how their life began to transform like that. I know I'm worthy because of my abilities. And my abilities weren't earned. They were remembered. They were worked on. They were developed. Let's make sure we understand what worthiness is. A lot of people treated me other than what I was until I recognized what worthiness was. Now, they ain't got a chance. Growth begins when you claim what's already yours. I claim the Friends Den to be worldwide. I claim that I'm going to continue to change people's minds and their lives. I claim that I'm going to make it big in this music and everything else that I put my fingers on. I claim it. Claim it. And do the necessary work and make the necessary steps so it can be yours. Because I'm going to get that. All right? What opportunity are you rejecting because you don't feel enough? It's okay, friends. I'm not giving y'all these questions to make you feel bad. I'm giving you these questions to make you understand something. I'm giving you these questions to really make you sit over there and think. I'm giving you these questions so you can figure out why you keep doing all that work over there over and over and over and over and you're not seeing no desired results. I'm here to help you. Hey, Victoria, what up, friend? What opportunity are you rejecting because you don't feel enough? Write that down. All right. I wrote this out real brief. Excuses don't protect you. They delay you. Every reason, story, or fear you've been hiding behind is keeping your next level from showing up. Growth doesn't wait for life to get easier. It shows up when you stop hiding behind your excuses. This week, I want you to call them out, face them honestly, and move anyway. Because once excuses end, your elevation begins. That's your breakthrough. I'm going to repeat it one more time. Excuses don't protect you. They delay you. Every reason, story, or fear you've been hiding behind is keeping your next level from showing up. Growth doesn't wait for life to get easier. It shows up when you stop hiding behind your excuses. This week, call them out, face them honestly, and move anyway. Because once excuses end, your elevation begins. That's your breakthrough. All right? Thank you guys for coming in, friends. I appreciate the gifts, the taps, and the shares. Love you guys to pieces. I thank you guys for the feedback. Here we go. I love when I can use what I talked about again. Thank you guys for the feedback. I'm glad that you enjoyed me doing it this way. So I will continue to do it this way. And whatever topic we decide to come up with the next week, I'll do something similar. All right. So just make sure you bring your pens and pads. One thing I want to ask from you though, friends, and some of you guys did participate, but I would love for you guys to be a little bit more interactive when we do these Wednesdays. All right. You know, and usually I get up here and we talk about certain things or whatever, and it's just going over bits and pieces. You don't really need your pen and pad unless you want it. But Wednesdays is what I really want to dedicate it to us going over a specific topic and really going in-depth. All right. And I want you guys to answer some of these questions. All right. Let's get interactive. And the great thing about that, of course, I want your participation, but even more so, you never know who else is in the building that may have the same struggle, and you probably can be accountability partners together, right? You never know who can come in this room and who has going through what you're going through. So I want you guys to be more vocal for that reason. All right. But I really enjoyed this. I'm going to do it again. I'm going to continue to write out notes for the topics. I don't know what the topic's going to be next week. But I'll figure it out. Just know we'll have something. I've been really busy finishing up my music. So the friend's been on me. I haven't done my music. So I've been working over here on this song that I'm getting ready to drop actually next week. Right. So I've been super, super, super busy. And then on top of that, y'all know I'm a single mama of 4 kids. And you know, I got all kind of other stuff going on over here. I know I do about 6 billion things. Y'all know, sing, rap, write, design, speak. Y'all know I do a lot. So anyway, your girl been busy, busy, busy. So I haven't put up the flyer the past 2 weeks, but I'm going to make sure that I get it out, and you guys just be looking for, you know, what the topic is going to be. Okay. I appreciate you guys coming in. I really enjoyed this. Okay. Sorry. You ain't got to apologize, friend. You good. I know a lot of you guys are coming in from work and stuff like that. So it's all good. It's all good. I just want you guys to take some things that we discussed tonight and really reflect on it. For real, for real. And what we'll do is next week, what I want to start doing is for the friends that were at the previous Wednesday, I want you guys to, of course, answer the questions that I gave you all. But I want you guys to come back the following week and give me some things that you learned. Some things that you recognize by going over the topics that we went over for that previous week. And then we'll go into the new week's topic. Let's continue to do that so we can get more interactive. We can begin to get more vocal. And then we can, you know, run across some more friends that may have had the same experience or the same thought process. You never know. So let's start doing that. You guys gave me feedback, and now I'm giving you feedback. You see how I go? That's how I go, friends. Thank you for the gifts. I really appreciate you guys coming in. I stayed on a whole 30 more minutes over my time. Friends, I know y'all gotta go to bed. Momika already gone. Belinda, good night, friend. Love you to pieces. Thank you for coming in. Y'all have a good night. If anybody would like to come up in the box and just chat, you're more than welcome. Y'all know how I am. I am 39 minutes over, and the way my mind works, the friends that know me know I gotta do 3 hours now. So y'all got 21 more minutes with me. So if you guys want to come up in the box, we can just chat. No big deal. If not, you guys have a great rest of your night. I'm going to be on here anyway. But once again, I really thank y'all for coming in. Thank you guys for showing up. Thanks for the taps and the gifts. Thank you for the participation. Every Wednesday, 5 p.m. Central Standard Time, we will be doing this again, all right? Different topics every week. Different healing every week. Different growth every week. Every week we on something over here that's worth it, all right? I love it. Now I'm finna eat me, so I gotta see what I want to eat. Cool. What you been doing over there with your business, 2 Cent? What you got going? It's been a minute ago, but I've been meaning to ask you. I think I asked you time before last. Well, no, not time before last. It was a minute ago. But I remember asking you, did you ever work on that document we discussed? Were you able to ever able to get around to doing that? I've been meaning to ask you if you have or not. Let me start. I'm gonna order me something to eat, friends. I've written on my to-do list. I'm behind schedule. Okay, well, I got something for you. All right, you got enough time. I need, before January 1st, 2026, I need that done. Thank you. Thank you. Let me see. Let me go up here. We'll say growth starts when excuses end. You hear me? I'm going to give you to the end of the year to get your ish together. Please don't make me have to go into 2026 grabbing you by your collar 2 cents. You know, I don't want to start the year out like that, friend. But if I got to, you know, I will get on a friend's neck. You know this about me. You've been rocking with me for some years now. Don't make me have to pull you by your collar. Right? I need that in motion. I need you to do whatever you need to do before the end of the year is up. So by 2026, you can have that in motion. I want you to start 2026 off with, not to say your business isn't together over there, but I want you to get it a little bit more streamlined so you can get them people in order for 2026. I need them to know when they come over there and book a session for you to come over there and, you know, on them boys. They already know that you're not going to play with them. You hear me? I need that document. All right. I'm going to let off your neck for now. Thank you for visiting me. I appreciate you. You know what I mean? Love it, love it, love it, love it. I appreciate y'all. I'm trying to see what I want to eat, friends. I think I want some chicken. But y'all tell me if this is crazy. So, I'm going to DoorDash, right? And the Popeyes prices is higher than the actual menu. That's bananas to me. Have you guys ever noticed that if you've ordered from a specific restaurant from DoorDash or something? That's the only one that I see that the prices are not the same. They've added an extra $3 to $4 on top of the actual price when you go to the damn Popeyes in person. I said, now they ought to be ashamed of themselves because the food already that high as it is. I'm just a Popeyes girl. I know a lot of people like churches too. Churches is cool. I've never really been a big fan of churches. I'm a Popeyes girl. Yes, Uber Eats is the same. That's crazy. But I only noticed that with Popeyes, though. That's the craziest part to me. I don't see it with any other places. Whataburger. I don't see it with Buffalo Wild Wings. I don't see it with none of those other ones. Only Popeyes. They do? Well, I guess maybe Popeyes is the one that's just it's just beyond, I don't know. I feel if that is the thing, which would make sense, but the other places that I kind of typically order from, it's not that much higher. But Popeyes, you can really tell. I'm like, well, damn. Do I really want? And that's what I want to. That's why I'm talking about it. I'm kind of complaining because I don't want to go nowhere. But I want some Popeyes, friend. But I ain't trying to pay them extra $4. Depending on what I get. Boy, life is hard. They had to be ashamed of themselves. It's hard out here. That's bananas. If it's less than 3 miles away, it's worth the drive. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's way less than 3 miles away. It always got to be one. You got to come in here and try to change my mind. I just said I don't want to drive nowhere, didn't I? I just told you that. Dang, friend. So this is where it gets to, do I really want Popeyes? Or do I pick another restaurant? That's where I'm at. But I really want some damn chicken. I ain't had no Popeyes in a minute. I'm really over here debating for my life at this point. I just want me some spicy legs, friends. I want me some jalapenos. I want me some red beans and rice. And I'll also extra order fries. And then I want that frozen strawberry lemonade. Friends, I'm going to have to do it. I mean, it is what it is. I'm going to have to do it. Hey, Points, welcome in, friend. From a little change to dollars, depends on restaurant. Right, that's what I'm saying. The other ones is so small, I don't really tell. But Popeyes is like, you can really tell. Like $5, $6. I said, these people. And I'm like, damn, if I wasn't a damn Popeyes fanatic, if I like me some churches, I would order me some. But I'm not a churches fan, friends. I want my spicy legs. Anybody else in here like spicy? Call it treating yourself. Thank you, thank you. You know what? I am going to treat myself. I'm not going to let 2 cents come in here and change my mind. I ain't going to let them. Nope. Hey, friend, what up? I was just saying, I know I stayed over my time today. So good night. Thank you for coming in. I appreciate you. I'm going to hang out with the friends for a little bit more. I went over my time, so I got to do to the next hour because I'm just weird like that. So I'll be getting off of here in the next 20 minutes or so. We over here discussing the prices for these restaurants on DoorDash and Uber Eats. I want me some damn chicken. Ooh, they got a sale. Look at go. I don't want the sandwich. Popeyes is my second. It's your what? Friend, I got crumb. But then I noticed this for the dang sandwiches. Look. So they got the spicy chicken sandwich. They're usually $13.58 per DoorDash. Y'all see what I'm talking about? That damn sandwich ain't that hot. The real place. $13.58. They got it on sale 2 for $6.79. Buy one, get one free. And it would be something I don't want. You see? They must have knew that was out of line. Because I ain't never seen them have no dang sale on here. They know they out of line. Boy. It's a cold world. Let me see. I've been wanting to try them. Have y'all had the ghost? What are they? I think they're called ghost pepper wings. Have y'all anybody had those? I love spicy, friends. So those of you that know me know that I love me some spicy food. Check what they charge in Uber. You know what? I think I might have used Uber Eats like one time, friend. Let me see. I gotta give me some Popeyes, friend. It's been on my mind heavy. Okay, let me see. Uber Eats. Popeyes. Okay, let's see. I haven't had those, but my son loves them. He does? I love me some spicy stuff. And it's so funny. As soon as I get over here to Uber Eats and I pick the location, you know what came up on one of the reviews? The ghost wings are great. I love it. Spirit be tickling me, man. They be tickling the hell out of me. Now, how the hell is that the first review? The ghost wings. Boy, I tell you. So I be telling people to leave me the hell alone. Okay, so no, that's the Rojo one. Look, friend got me over here comparing prices. Hold on, where'd it go? What's the spicy chicken sandwich? They got the same little deal. Let me check the regular price of what I actually want, though. Where my wings at? Where's the chicken? I don't want no sandwich. Okay. Lord. I know they lying. Hold on. I gotta be in the wrong section. that I gotta be in the wrong section. I know. Friends. Hold on. You know, I haven't had me much sleep, so I might be tripping. Hold on. Hold on. Let me go. I'm looking for the oh no. Man, when I tell you these damn prices, friends, I'm gonna have to. I'm getting upset, friends. Where is the regular damn chicken? Let me tell y'all how outrageous these prices are. Y'all listening? Listen to this. Boy. Oh my gosh. Friends. $14.89 for a damn 4-piece. Did y'all hear me? $14.89. Hold on, does it got the sides on? Hold the hell on. And this just for the damn chicken. What in the heck? I gotta get off of here. That's not with no sides. Hold on, friends. I know I'm tired, but I know I ain't that damn tired. I know I ain't that tired. That's wild behavior. I'm a little tired, friend. I'm trying to make sure I ain't tripping. No. Okay, hold on. Let me find the combos. Let me see. Combos. What combos they got? Okay, I found a combo. Boy. Red beans and rice. Hold on. It won't let me pick two sides, friends. I'm going to have to go. Not even a buttery biscuit. Look. I found it. It's but look, let me tell y'all what the original price is. The regular, I'm just looking at this one. They don't even have a 3-piece. But the regular 2-piece chicken with the side, the drink, and the biscuit that you better not eat without honey is normally $12.39. But there's a sale for 30% off right now. 2-piece for $12. You know it ain't that damn high. I mean, it's still a little up there, but that's not the price. That's not the price when you go pull up to one of them places. They're crazy as hell. But I'm finna be crazy right with them because I want me some Popeye. Love that chicken from Popeye. Hey, I'm finna get me some. I know it's not. Dang, that $13 for a 2-piece combo, friends. If it wasn't no sale, I wouldn't be, getting none. Crazy. Look, that's wild. I just want to look for if I wanted to order a meal for everybody. 8-piece family meal. $33.69. And that's with one damn side. One side. $33.69 for 8 pieces of chicken, 4 biscuits, and one side. I'm running my blood pressure. I don't know why points came in here telling me to look up damn Uber Eats. Now I'm getting even more mad. They crazy as hell. That's wild behavior. Okay, let me see which one cheaper. Dang, that's crazy. Oh, well. That is wild, ain't it? No, I want spicy. Thank you. And I want... Dang, they won't even let me add an extra side, friends. This is wild behavior. I was seeing which was cheaper for you. Now, you're good, friend. I appreciate you. They both out of line. Oh, man. And then they don't have my strawberry lemonade. Look, cancel the whole order. That's wild behavior. Where's the strawberry lemonade? Y'all, that lemonade be hitting so hard. Every time I go to Popeyes, I order me 2. I get one for that right then, and then I get another one, and I put it in the freezer, and then I wait till it freezes up, and then I go get me a spoon, and I eat it like a like an ice cup. I mean, that frozen strawberry lemonade be hitting, and they ain't got it on the damn menu over here, and got the nerve to hit you over the head for this food and won't give you 2 sides. It's alright. I'm finna go to Buffalo Wild Wings. I'm not finna fool with Popeyes. How you don't have the infamous strawberry lemonade? What the hell is going on here? I got them with no ice so they can fill my cup. No. It's not. It's not the regular lemonade, friend. It's frozen. They got a frozen strawberry lemonade, friend. That's hit good. That's some good. Look, I'm telling you, I get 2 of them every time I go. It's not the regular lemonade, friend. It's a frozen drink. But they got mango up here and something else. I don't want them. I want the strawberry lemonade, but they don't have it. Yeah, do they have it where you at? No. See if they have it where you at next time you go. And when you go, come back and tell me if you liked it or not. It's the actual frozen strawberry lemonade. It hit. I'm telling you. Go see if they got it. Let me know next time you pull up on me. I'm trying to see if they have it. That was Uber Eats. They only got the mango listed. I'm going to check my Uber now just to see. Okay, let me know. I'm trying to see if DoorDash have. That's wild. I don't even want Popeyes no more. They ruin my mood. I'm going to give me some Buffalo Wild Wings. I know they got their shit together. I'm sick of them. Buffalo Wild Wings it is. That time change make it feel so much later. At this point, I go get it. Yeah, I know, right? But my thing is, because it's not on a website, well, 2 things. The price is one. And then they playing with the size. It's like they overcharging, then they ain't giving you the normal amount of sides. That's 2 strikes. And then the third strike is you ain't even got the damn lemonade. So my thing is, if you don't have it on the site, you probably don't have it in the store either. So then I'll be getting out the house for no reason. And I really would be pissed. So I'll just go to another restaurant. That's all right. There's plenty of them out here. Plenty of them out here. Thank you for the heart, me. Welcome in, welcome in. I'll just give me some Buffalo Wild Wings. I ain't got time to be dealing with them. Thank you for the tabs. I'm over here getting ready to order me some food. What's popping with your salsa? Good to see you, friend. Thank you for the heart, me. Thanks for sliding in on me. I'm just over here ordering me some food. Over here complaining about these prices. Over here complaining about these prices with the friends. About to get off this app. I've been on here about to be 3 hours. Give me something to eat and get somewhere and give me some sleep. I've been running on fumes for days. I need to go to bed. I've been on the grind. They have it as strawberry lemonade juice and frozen. Yep. Try it, friend. Let me know. You come back in here and you tell me. Get the frozen one. Get it. I'm telling you. Don't talk about it. I should have got 2. I don't want to hear it. You hear me? I love that dang lemonade, man. That stuff be good. And then they get it to you where the strawberries are sitting at the bottom. Shaking that thing up. Sleep is important. Yes, it is. It is. It is. I'm gonna get it. I just been, I have my tunnel vision is real serious. And when I have something that I want to get done, I will do what I need to do to get it done. It's a good and a bad thing, because I keep going until I finish. And sometimes the things that I do take a long time to finish, but it's just the grind in me. I can't help it. I'll be up hours and hours and hours and hours and hours until I get it right. Then I'll go over there and finally doze off for a little bit. And then I'll wake up and be like, dang, how long I've been asleep? And it'll literally be just a couple of hours. And I'll just get back to working again, It's just the grind in me. Ground chicken, taco sauce, tater tots, potatoes, parm cheese with Tex-Mex cheese, melted sour cream. Oh my goodness, shut. Look, I'm over here ordering me some food right now. I'm hungry, friend. I'm starving. I bet that was good. Thank you for the gifts, friend. That sounds good. I wanted me some Popeyes, but I got to looking at their prices. And then they didn't have the drink I wanted. And then they only giving you one side instead of two. I said, I'm not fooling with them on this DoorDash tonight. You gonna try the frozen? You never knew about it? I'm no, see? You came in here and I got to put you on something, friend. Now make sure you let the people know who told you about it. You know what I mean? Let them know Quindra from Texas told you. Rita made it so good. I bet she did. I bet she did. Hey, Ann. What up, friend? What up, what up? Oh, who sent a request and who didn't? Because I know I got friends that be tapping the button on accident and hit the button. Did you hit the button to come up on accident or on purpose? That's the question. Who hit the button on accident? Who didn't? Pretty self. Thank you, thank you. Appreciate you. What up, Ann? How are you, friend? I'm over here trying to figure out what I want to eat. I want some chicken, but where I want my chicken from, they overcharging for the chicken and they ain't putting no extra size with the chicken and they ain't got the drink I want to go with my chicken. Friend. I'm having a moment over here. I'm about to order me something though. How was your day? What you got going? What you got going? Y'all be on. It feels so late, y'all. That time change. It's only 8 where I'm at, but it feels like 9, 10. Have to adjust to that. That's what's throwing me off too. Throwing me all the way off. Well, I need to get off this app. I've been on this app for how long? 3 hours. I made my 3 hours. I thank y'all for hanging with me, friends. Lala G, Peasky. I appreciate y'all. Is it getting the best of you? Look. Look. I'm trying to decide what I want to eat. When I'm coming back. What you mean when I'm coming back? When I'm going live again tomorrow? When I hit this button, I ain't coming back on here tonight. I'll be back tomorrow. What's tomorrow? Thursday, 6. I'll be on 6 my time tomorrow. I'm Central. So 6 Central tomorrow. And then I'll be back Friday, 6 Central. So every day is 6 except for Wednesday. But I'll probably end up changing that to 6 too. So it'll be a same time across the board. But yeah. I'm about to get off. So I can actually decide what I want to eat. Because I don't know yet. But I need to eat something. I've been going all day. I really just been snacking. I ain't really got to eat today. So I need to eat me something. Yeah. Well, it's good to see y'all. Thank you guys for the gifts, the taps, and the shares. I love you to pieces, friends. Y'all have a great rest of your night. I'll tap in with y'all tomorrow, 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. Y'all have a good rest of your night. I'm hitting the button. Later, friends.